What is going on, you brothers? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, back again for yet another classic live stream. I hope you brothers are doing well worldwide. First and foremost, please press a one in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, brothers, let me know right now. If you can hear me loud and clear, please press a one in the chat. That'd be fantastic, brothers. Okay. Awesome, 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 awesome. Who's here in the building? Am I coming clear? Mayday, 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 mayday. Let me know right now, brothers. Okay. Press a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. It's going to be a special night tonight. Conrad Grant, yes. Hall of Fame member Conrad Grant, I appreciate you both for the support. Thank you, Conrad Grant. Thank you for the one. Anyone else? Just so I know I'm clear. Press a one. Come on, brothers. You've got over 10 people watching. Just press a one. All right, thank you very much. Awesome. That's fantastic. Raphael Taylor, Lando Limo. Awesome. So, brothers, welcome to another feature classic live stream. Well, what's up, Fletcher Smith? I see you, bro. I want to say first and foremost, thank you to all those who have supported the channel over the past couple of years. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And of course, I want to welcome the new people, new viewers, new subscribers to the channel. I accept you and welcome you with open arms. Okay, I embrace you too. Brothers, please, throughout tonight, you know I put a lot of hard work in this channel. So the cash apps, the super chats, make sure you cop the merch too. And join the Patreon Diamond tier. I'm putting a lot of work on the Patreon recently, man. A lot of work. You got Australia, Japan. I'll be dropping Japan next week. 2 hours, 30 minutes of intel for brothers who are looking to go into Japan next year or this year. So please support the Patreon and, of course, support the international passport ecosystem. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. Thank you. Make sure when you come in, you hit that like button right now. Likes are extremely important, so please hit the like button if you're in the building tonight. Likes are extremely important. I would greatly appreciate it. So, brothers, welcome to another classic live stream. I am here with a very special guest here called Mr. Basefuller, where we'll be speaking about a particular group of women in Central Asia, Turkmenistan women. But before we go into it any further, I want to introduce our guest, Basefuller. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, bro. I'm doing fantastic. So, Mr. Basefuller, thank you for your time this evening. It is greatly appreciated. I would say my first question to you, brother, is do you mind giving us a brief intro about yourself, who you are,
Sure.
where you're from, anything special about you, bro?
Sure. Yeah, I'm originally from a West African country called Guinea-Bissau, which was once two countries, Guinea-Bissau, Cabo Verde. So I have family in both places. I spent most of my time in Los Angeles, California. That's most of where I had my my late teenage years, and also my young adult years was in Los Angeles, California. Um, I'm into the tech world in boxing, and I guess you can say one interesting thing. I pretty much uh, pretty much talked to talked for a while with Floyd Mayweather at a fight press conference.
Awesome. All right, thank you, bro.
Yeah,
That's fantastic.
sure,
Shout out to
sure.
Floyd, uh, greatest defensive boxer of all time, in my opinion. All right, so let's get straight into it, brother. Uh, Turkmenistan, a very peculiar, interesting Pacific country. What cities are you referring to in Turkmenistan, brother, that you went to?
I was mostly in the capital, which was is called Ashgabat. That's the capital of Turkmenistan, Ashgabat. And so I was mostly yeah, Ashgabat. It was the capital. And so that's where I mostly was most of my time. However, I did go to see different sites. There is one site that they have, which is kind of, I wouldn't say it's a volcano, but it's like one of the hottest sites of the world, basically, where you can see it. And I think it's where they get natural gas from, basically.
Awesome, fantastic,
Yeah.
bro. This is awesome.
Yeah.
So, my first question to you, brother, is: are the women in Turkmenistan checking heavy for brothers? If so, why? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, so more than I'm gonna just give you a warning that more than any other Central Asian country, this is the more traditional tribal society, like more than anything. When I say they go by their customs, they go by their customs to a T. Okay.
Hmm?
Because they're not really too used to visitors in that country. Like a lot, like I'm gonna be honest, nobody's really checking for Turkmenistan. Nobody wakes up one day and say, "Oh, I want to go to Turkmenistan." Nobody does that really. But the fact of the matter is, the opportunity became available to me, and so I just shrugged my shoulders and I said, "Hey, why not?" You know, um, the thing is that when they saw me there, it became curiosity. It became, wow, like what is this guy doing here? It became, let me try to see how I can talk to this man. It became basically going towards me, like finding ways to get in touch with me, finding ways to, in essence, see what I was doing there, basically. Akon, the Senegalese artist, went to Turkmenistan, and he loved it there for very, very, very um, specific reasons. And the thing is, yes, he's an entertainer, but he also talked about the women. And I have to agree with him 110% that if you go there and you're not going there, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it. If you go there and your intentions are clean and your intentions are pure, and you're not going there for, like, let's say, the same purpose that maybe people go to Brazil for, maybe the same people who are going to Dominican Republic for, then you're going to be checked for. Because when I say tribal society, I mean they stick to traditions pretty heavily over there. Very heavily traditional society.
Okay. So,
Sure,
brother,
they have modern things there. Don't get me wrong. They have modern things there like internet and stuff like that. But just know that there is no sex tourism there. At all.
okay, fantastic,
Yeah.
brother. So, based on your personal experience, brother, as a brother out there, were women checking for you? You
Oh,
know,
eh, eh,
break it
you
down for me, brother. And yeah, you said that ain't too many brothers out there, and that's why they check for brothers. But I want to know your personal experience
oh
with
God,
Turkmenistan women,
man,
brother.
you're gonna
Break it
make me
down.
you're gonna make me cry basically from me remembering it because I really want to get back there so badly. But I was there, um, and I was like, I went there because I knew someone there already, and I was with this guy. He was kind of like my tour guide, kind of like my guy. I didn't stay in a hotel there. I stayed in his house, but he even said, "Hey, you seem like a good guy. You seem like a stand-up guy. My sister is very interested in you." He straight out said it. He's like, my sister is very interested in you. I think you need to talk to her, and we need to see what can be worked out. And I said, "Oh, is that so?" And you know, he basically said, he basically was sitting down and he's like, "Hey, this is my friend," to the sister, and he said to me, "This is my sister. You guys can talk. You guys can see if something can be worked out, and let me know, okay? And if you want to wait, no problem. You wait." But the first, I mean, when I say that she was just like, I mean, she was just on it in a way, like asking me, have you, one of the first questions she asked, one of the first questions she asked is, have you ever been with a Turkmen woman before? And I said, nah, I never, this is my first time being here. And she just basically said, um, my brother, and she just started asking me questions about like Islam, how I feel about certain things, asking me, hey, would you consider being here part time? Um, when I was there, she cooked. The women of the house cooked. The women of the house cooked. I was trying to lift up to go take my plate to go wash it. She wouldn't let me do that though.
Wow.
She actually like just pushed me down and said, "No, you don't do that." And she she basically was, I mean, when I almost feel like I didn't deserve what I was getting when I was getting there. And and the brother was like, "No, you know what? You're a stand-up guy. You deserve everything that's happening to you right now." I went to another family, it happened to be the family friend, one of their family friends. He introduced me, he introduced me to the family friend, and it turns out that a girl in their family saw me and she said, who's that guy? What's his deal? And then one of their family friends said, "Hey, she would like to talk to you." And so I ended up going back to go talk to the other one, and the other one basically said, she straight out said this. And when she said this, I like put my head down for a little bit because I was just like, man, what the heck is this? She said, "I'll make you the happiest husband in the world." And I said, "Oh my God." And then I asked her, "How would you do that?" And she just named all everything. She checked off all the boxes. And I just like, honestly, I had to like go somewhere real quick to like just like get myself together, because I hate to say this, but I've never received that in the United States.
That's crazy, bro.
I
So
I, I
let,
never
let-
had.
let me come in here, bro. This is sounding great so far. This is sounding exactly what I want to hear from a group of women. So I want to ask this, brother. Would you say the capital city is the best place to meet the woman you've just described, or are there other spots in Turkmenistan where you can meet women that are like that, or is it the whole country,
To
bro?
be honest,
Break it down
bro,
for me.
to be honest, bro, because it's such a tribal society and because they have tribal customs, it's all the way around. Certain tribes have different like characteristics, but um the bottom line is still there. And the bottom line is family life, and the bottom line is marriage. And and so with that being said, I think there's like, I mean, I want to say there's like five major tribes there. And so while those tribes may be different, they still have the same thing in mind when it comes to marriage and traditional wives. So it really doesn't matter where you go in the country.
Beautiful. Hold on.
Yes.
Shout out to Mr. Prodigal Chung for the $2 super chat. Thank you, bro. First super chat tonight. Much appreciation. Damn man got Central Asia on lock. Yes, it did. Yes, indeed. This is the guest's territory and this is his domain. Thank you very much, Prodigal Chung. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Fletcher Smith for the $9.99 super chat. Appreciate you both for the support. Much love to you, brother. And of course, brothers, please take Fletcher Smith's words for what it is. Let's go, brothers. Let's give to the channel. Appreciate you, bro, brothers. Cash App, Super Chat, Patreon, cop the merch, man. Support me and the movement. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, brothers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, right. So, next question for you, brother, is Over in Turkmenistan, bro, is is feminism a problem there, bro, amongst the women?
No, it isn't, because the simple fact of the matter is they don't play that there. You know, they understand the you know the effects of it. You know, yes, they want some mobility. Yes, there are some customs that um are um are there, but for the most part, um those women know their roles, and if they fulfill their roles, there's not going to really be any problems. You know what I mean? And all I got to say is that the feminism thing is not really a big deal there. You know, um
Awesome.
it's not really. Now you will get feminists outside of Turkmenistan who may be Turkmen, you know, that may, push that card, but for the most part, they they they're not really they're not really that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
And
Next one.
another thing I
Go
want
on.
to add real quick, just
Yeah.
before you go, the Turkmen women put a lot of emphasis on being polite and having good manners. So you're not going to deal with how the Western woman has like just horrible manners and just lacks respect for any man.
Hmm.
You're not going to get that there. They are going to respect you. They're going to like understand your place in society, and you're not going to deal with what you deal with here in the West.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So next question for you, brother, is obviously I'm a man that likes beautiful looking women, drop dead gorgeous women, dimes, eight, nines, and tens dimes. Are Turkmenistan women good looking in general, brother?
In my opinion, I'm going to say yes, because of the simple fact um, that they, contrary to belief, they're not just all going to be like pale skin. Like some people are like, oh, you like pale skin women. You like, some people will be like, oh, you like mayonnaise women. Like some people say these kind of disrespect, they kind of disrespect them. But the thing is that these women come in, olive shade. Sometimes like you see some that are dark brown shade. You see some that are more, I guess you can say, Slavic looking, like Turkic looking, and then you see some that are more Asian looking. So
Ooh,
you have a variety of these women here, and it's just really up to you, you know. It's just really up to you to like decide. But the ones that I was talking to, what made them attractive was their modesty, really, and their humbleness. Is what made them attractive, but they were still good in the other areas, because of the simple fact that uh there is none of this body positivity thing over there. There is no take me as I am. The women do things that keep them in shape and keep them in a good way. So for me, like personally, like if I don't marry a woman from back where I come from, then I'm definitely gonna marry either from like this Central Asian region, or I'm gonna, God willing, I'm gonna marry from the Caucasus region of Russia, because those women, this is like a unknown place, and so it's like I want to keep it. I want to keep it that way, because these women don't show, these they you don't really see this much of these women, and
okay.
and social media, yeah, they do have social media, don't get it twisted. They have social media, but they're not going to be doing anything that these Western women are doing. Put it that way. You're not going to see no twerking. You're not going to see no men named Ish. You're not going to see no like oh, she's a pick me. You're not going to see none of that with their social
Mm.
media. Their social media, they'll show you some things, but the majority of those things are not going to be. It's a complete opposite of the Western woman. Complete opposite.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Yep.
fantastic. All right, so let me ask this, brother. Right, so okay, tell me the best looking group of women that I know. Turkmenistan has, white looking women, Asian looking women, and a mixture of both. Out of all those three, who's the most good looking? And also, who do you think checks for brothers the most? Is it the Asian looking Turkmenistan woman, the white looking Turkmenistan woman, or mixture? Break it down for me, bro.
So for the ones that the one that were interested in me, one was the Asian looking one. Okay, and she looked like she kind of looked like, I want to say, a little bit of a Southeast Asian looking, because she was kind of dark
Mm.
in terms of their what they consider dark. Okay. Like if you take her here, obviously they're gonna be like, nah, that's not dark. But over there, of course, it's like, you know, that she would be considered dark. Um, she's very good looking. She was very good looking. Very, very just like, I want to say she had a wholesome look. She had a look that was like when she smiled, because she smiled at me a lot. Like that's the one thing. She was skinning and grinning. Um, she was skinning and grinning a lot. Um, her smile, like it kind of did lightweight catch me off guard, because her smile, like she lit up if I said something about her country that she didn't think I knew, you know. So her smile would like just light things up. So the ones who are looking like more Turkic, they are good looking too, but I would say the ones that are mixed, that have kind of like, I want to say, because even the pale skin ones look good too, but the ones who are mixed that have kind of like a olive complexion, like kind of have like that
Ooh,
Mediterranean complexion, those
ooh,
are the best looking ones. Those are the best
ooh.
looking ones, and they're
Okay,
there. They're there. They're there.
okay, that's great, bro. And
Yeah.
are those Mediterranean looking women checking heavy for brothers, brother?
I'm gonna say yes, because you have, again, it's a matter of you going there.
Mm.
Like if you're going there, they're automatically wondering, what are you doing here? Not in a bad way, but in a way that, like, this man went out of his way. He could have been in any other country. He could have been in, like, let's just say he could have been in like Vietnam. He could have been in South Korea. But no, he's here. And obviously they already kind of have an idea about why you're there. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, there were some women who were like, there were some women who, through a male mediator, asked me, "Are you looking for a wife? Are you looking for a wife?" And
What?
I said, "No, I'm just chilling right now. I'm just chilling right now." So they already knew. They already knew what time it was.
Oh, hold on there,
But I
bro.
had to play it off though. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to just be there and be like, okay, I'm looking for a wife. I just wanted to be there, soak up the culture, learn about their horses and things like that. But of course, the question was going to come up, you know, like the
Hold on,
question,
brother.
go
Pause right
ahead.
there. So you're telling me when a brother, a black man, goes out there to Turkmenistan, there's an assumption by the locals that you're looking for a wife, and men will actually ask you, "Hey, brother, are you looking for a wife here? I can help you out here." Is that what you're saying, brother?
I'm saying that. Yes, I am saying that.
Fantastic. So you're
But,
telling me out there, bro,
but,
that hold on, bro, that
okay.
they're open to brothers marrying and dating their woman.
As long as you're going to marry them.
This is
If
beautiful.
you're going to play around, then don't do it. Okay?
Mm,
Because again, you're dealing with a tribal society. It's very tribal. So in essence, basically, if I were to marry there, I would essentially I would be marrying into that tribe. You know, although I'm an outsider, I would have to learn about the customs and everything like that. You know, although I'm the man, you know, this is a very family oriented place. I'm telling you, it's very family oriented. Yes, yes, you're the husband, you're the head of the household and stuff like that, but she's still gonna maintain those family ties and those tribal ties, you know? So just keep that in mind, you know. It can't be, I hate to say it, but it can't be like the casual situation in it can't be the casual situations that maybe we see in other Western European countries and stuff like that.
That's beautiful, bro. That's absolutely beautiful. That's what I want to hear. Okay, this is sounding good so far, bro. This is sounding wonderful. So, next question for you, brother, is language. For me, language is very important there. If a brother goes out there, have they got to learn the local language, or is English enough? Do the women there actually speak English? Break it down for me, bro.
So again, the reason why I learned Russian is because I understand that like by learning Russian, I'm exposed to a big demographic of area. I'm not only exposed to Central Asia, but you know, of course, you're exposed to Russia as well. So, be it that you know Turkmenistan was part of the Soviet Union, they speak Russian, but the local language is like very similar to the Turkish that you hear in Turkey. So, English I believe that English is taught there, but it's not really something that you're going to really encounter because I'm going to be honest, nobody's really checking for Turkmenistan. You know, as a matter of fact, the only reason I was there is I got invited there. You know, it was not on my destination to go. It's just that someone invited me, and so I just said, okay, why not? I go.
Damn, beautiful, bro. Absolutely wonderful. Okay. So learn Russian. You're telling me English isn't enough. Brothers have to learn Russian.
You got to learn Russian.
Okay, thank you, bro. Um, Next question for you, brother, is were there any other races of women out there in Turkmenistan? Any black women there? Any Japanese women there? Any Brazilian women there? Break it down for me, bro.
So the only races of women that you're going to see are women from neighboring countries. Um, you're going to see women from Uzbekistan. You're going to see women from Kyrgyzstan. You're going to see women from Kazakhstan. You're going to even see Afghani women out there. As a matter of fact, there was an Afghani woman who was absolutely head over heels for me out there. Um,
Ooh,
she straight out, you know, it was one day after the Friday prayer in the mosque, and you know, I was talking to someone there, and then she just came up and kind of like joined in the conversation and started chatting me up like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, you know, like asking me for social media and stuff like that. So you're gonna get those groups of people. You're not necessarily gonna get groups of foreigners, like so to say, but you're gonna get like the locale. You're gonna get the locale, and you will also get some Chechens too, because unfortunately, during the Soviet Union, a lot of Chechens were deported throughout Central Asia. Some never went back. Some stayed in the areas that they got deported to.
beautiful,
So
beautiful, wonderful.
you're gonna get those groups of women. Like you're gonna get surrounding area groups of women. You're not gonna really get any foreign women. As a
Okay,
matter of fact, you know, I'm just gonna say this. Um, uh, many foreign women probably wouldn't be able to take what those women, how traditional those women are. Like, so say, for example, let's say you bring like maybe let- let's say you take a woman from Spain, and she goes to Turkmenistan, she probably wouldn't last for like maybe like a week. She probably wouldn't be able to be there for a week. Or you take a woman from the UK and you take her to Turkmenistan, she wouldn't be able to be there for like 3 days. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Beautiful. Awesome,
Mhm.
bro. So next question for you, brother, is in terms of, you know, jealousy and animosity towards black men. It sounds like to me that Turkmenistan women will give brothers play in that country. How do the local men feel about brothers coming there and making the women there as wives? Is it okay, or do they hate that? Break it down for me, brother.
To be honest,
And hold on,
since
hold on,
there's
hold on, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Brothers, can we please get the likes up, brothers, to at least 75 likes? We have over 80 people watching. Please hit the like button. Please hit the cash app and super chats too. Another classic. So please support. At least hit the like button, man. Cash app is open. Super chat's open as well. But at least hit those like buttons, okay? Please support me and the movement. Likes are extremely important, okay? Thank you, brothers. Carry on, based.
okay,
Carry
so
on, brother.
yes, since there are not really many people, foreigners who travel there, the men ain't really tripping off of it. Okay, and because like they know your intention is good, because obviously you're one of the only ones who even care to check for their country. They're not really tripping off of you going there. Like they're not tripping. Like say, I mean, we have a little bit of a, I guess we have a little bit of a rift right now. The West Africans have a rift with. I'm not part of the rift because I've checked out of Western dating in general. I've checked out. I've completely checked out of Western dating. Like I'm very very much checked out. But here there's a rift between the Somalis and the Ethiopians and the West Africans because they're claiming, oh, you guys keep on taking our women, this, that, and the other. You're not going to have that problem in Turkmenistan for the simple fact that you're going to be one of the only ones out there. Like nobody's really checking for Turkmenistan. That's the thing. Like I wasn't checking for Turkmenistan, and I don't think it. Like me personally, I don't think it's going to become a hot spot. It's not going to become a hot spot basically. So they don't really care. And the fact of the matter is, the fact that you're there shows that you have your things together. Like it's not like, for example, I hate to say it, but it's not like as easy, to go there as it is to go to, like, say, Mexico or something like that. Mexico, everybody goes to Mexico. So the fact that you're a foreigner, let alone an African, in Turkmenistan, then that says a lot about you. So they're not tripping off of that.
Awesome, brother. Let me ask this.
And I want to
Go
throw
on.
something else out there. I'm not saying that they're going to use you as, because their money, your money is going to go way far out there. Like your money is going to go way, 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 way far out there. So they're looking at you as bringing in resources if you are to marry into the family, because they know that you're going to be able to give the daughter a better life, you know? And
Okay.
so with that being said, of course they're going to like welcome you as long as you respect tradition, you know? That's the most important thing. These are very
Okay.
I'll say one more thing. Sorry for being long-winded, but Turkmenistan wasn't even a country until like 19 something. This place did not exist that long ago. Like they literally voted and said, okay, we want to make Turkmenistan a country, and then they came up with a written language, and then they just came up with a territory, and then boom, you have Turkmenistan.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. So I need to ask you another question, brother. And it's a question that's very important to me. How cooperative are Turkmenistan women, right? If I wife her up, make her my girlfriend, and I tell her, hey, baby girl, no guy friends, no male friends, no girls trips. Yeah, you can have female friends go to coffee with her, but no girl trips to to Mexico and Colombia. No guy friends. Will she listen to me? Will she respect my word? Or will she be a stupid Western woman? I'd be like, oh, you can't control me. That's my buddy. Blah blah blah. Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, I was there. I was sitting at the at the guy's house that I was staying with. Okay, I stepped out. I stepped out with him. I said, "Hey, I want to see." I said, "I want to go see these horses." That's what I said. I said, "I want to go see these horses." Now, mind you, my bed was not made, and when I come back, the bed is made, and the clothes are in the washer. And I'm asking, who did this? And my guy friend said, "Oh, my sister did that for you."
Ooh, what?
And I'm
Damn.
like, I said, she didn't have to. She didn't have to, you know. And then I said, "Can you tell her? Can you just let her know I said thanks, or like I'll go and tell her." It's like, yeah, go and tell her. And then I said, yeah, thanks for doing this for me. I appreciate it, you know. And she just pretty much said no problem.
Okay,
And
so that's wonderful, brother.
yeah,
To answer the question, right, when I asked you, if I tell her, no guy friends, no girl
you
trips.
won't have to tell her. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I apologize if I didn't if my message wasn't clear. You won't have to tell her that. They're already raised to do that. You,
Beautiful.
you don't have you don't have to tell them none of that. You don't have to tell them don't talk to your friends about your marriage life or anything. You don't have to tell them any of that. They already know.
This is great, bro. This is fantastic. Hold on, brother. Next question for you, brother, is dealing with different women at once. Is it acceptable and will she accept it if you bring another woman into the picture? You want to have two girlfriends or two wives or five wives, but you have one main chick and she can't have any boyfriends or another husband. She's only loyal to you, but you have five different girlfriends or wives. Is that acceptable in that country? And will your main chick, your main wife, accept that, bro?
Um, in Turkmen law, in Turkmen legal code, polygamy is not accepted, but polygamy is still practiced.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, sometimes polygamy is welcome because it will take off the workload of the first wife.
Damn.
Some women actually welcome you to have polygamy as long as she can be the head honcho. The first wife can be the head honcho, and then the second wife can be, like the one that is in, like the one who plays her part. So in theory, no, you can't have many girlfriends and stuff like that due to the legal code. But in practice, I would say yes, you can.
Beautiful. Awesome, bro. This is awesome. Let me read a couple of super chats real quick, bro. Shout out to Mr. Conrad Grant for the $2 super chat. Thank you, Conrad Grant, for the support. Love you seeing here, brother. Thank you very much. Good evening, IP. Showing support for the stream. Thank you, Conrad Grant, for the support. It means a lot to me and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Pradigo Chung for the $5 super chat. I'm looking to raise up the next middleweight champ. Need that Genghis Khan in my blood. Need that Genghis Khan blood in my DNA mix. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. May it happen for you, brother. May it happen. Thank you, Pradigo Chung. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Mr. John Thomas, my superstar mod, for the $2 super chat. Turkmenistan seems good for only Muslim brothers. That's a big statement there, John Thomas. Do you agree with that, base follower? Can a Christian brother get a woman there, or has he got to convert to Islam? to make her a wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You kind of have to be Muslim there, but there is. I'm not gonna lie. There is a minority of Jewish people there. So maybe you
But
will have success with you may have success with the small minority of Jewish people.
what about Christians there?
Uh, as I have known, there hasn't really been any I not that I know of. I don't know of any Christians. I could be wrong though, but I don't really know of any Christians there. No.
Okay, fair enough.
Mhm.
All right, thank you, bro. Shout out to my mod again. Shout out to Conrad Grant again for the £1.79 cash out, the first of this evening. Thank you, bro, Conrad Grant. He says, IP, yet another classic. Stream pure fire, fam. Thank you for the kind words, Conrad Grant. I appreciate you heavily. Hall of Fame member, always supports in every stream. That's a brother right there. Thank you, bro. So, next question for you, brother, is body count. Body count is extremely important to me. I despise and detest women with high body counts. Keep away from me, keep far away from me. I want a virgin or a low body count chick. Maximum two. One would be fantastic. A virgin would be magnificent. Can I find a virgin there in Turkmenistan, bro?
Of course,
Ah,
because the thing is, the first thing they're looking at is marriage. They're not looking at anything other than that. Okay, like they're very conscientious when it comes to the duties related to their family, and they put their family first, so they care about the housekeeping, child rearing. So with them caring about child rearing, that's going to be protected, because the thing is like career success, boss babe stuff, that they really aren't tripping off of that.
hmm.
They're content with the role of a housewife. So they'll do housewife things with diligence, and they'll be caring mothers. And they don't even like to leave kids with strange people. Okay.
What's the
And
percentage
as
of
a
women there
matter
that
of
are
fact,
virgins?
you said what?
Uh, what's the percentage there in Turkmenistan of women that are virgins? Is it 60% of the women are there are virgins? Break it down for me, bro.
I mean, the ones who are married, obviously not. They're not going to be virgins. The ones who maybe like go to like other places, perhaps like the ones who maybe go out of the country, yeah, maybe they fall into like the Western culture. But for the most part, most of those women are going to be virgins. I can't put a percentage on it, but most of them women are going to be virgins because number one, on the wedding night, if the husband's like, "Hey, what's the big idea?" That's going to be like bad on their family. That's that because as I said before, it goes back to the tribal aspect of this country. Like if she cares about her family's reputation. So hypothetically speaking, let's say on the wedding night, the fun already started before you, and the husband is like, "Hey, what's the big idea?" Word gets back to her family, then the family is going to be like there's going to be a stain on that family. So they are not going to do that, and they do not really provoke conflicts either. They appreciate everything that the man does to them. So the least they can do is basically have a you know
The virginity. Okay, so if they're not a virgin, I'm guessing the body count must be extremely low. One or two max.
yeah.
Fantastic. Not obviously. I want a virgin, but I'm just saying when it comes to tier virgin first, low body count chick second.
Mhm.
But you're telling me on average it shouldn't be more than one or two, which
It-
is
it-
good for today's standards.
it's not going to be more than one or two.
Ah,
It's not going to be more than one or two, and probably not going to be it's probably not going to be any before you, because the thing is they marry young. They marry like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. They marry at that age because hey, They're raised to be mothers. They're raised to be housewives. They embrace the role of being a housewife. They want you to be the head of the household. That's what they want. That's what they're raised to do. So if you bring your resources there and you have your resources that will go way farther than they would anywhere else, of course they're gonna, you know, that's how it works.
Awesome, bro. Fantastic. Let me just super chat here. Shout out to Mr. Justin Wilson for the 499. Actually, hold on, bro. Before I read that, how do you spot a high body count woman in Turkmenistan, bro?
Um, I would say that if she kind of has like these kind of, if she's not like really modestly dressed, like she kind of has like the whole Western thing going on. If she has, like wearing the high heels and wearing the tight clothes, then it'll kind of raise a question like, hey, what's the deal with her? Like, what's her deal? But you're not going to really see a lot of that because, again, as I said, it's a very tribal society.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Shout out
Yeah.
to Justin Wilson for the $499 super chat. Thank you, bro. He says, what is a nightlife like? Did you cold approach? Two
Um,
questions.
Nightlife there, uh, it's going to be karaoke, and things like that. And I didn't cold approach because I wasn't there. Like I really wasn't there for that. They chose me. That's the thing. Um, and I just got in contact with them through friends. That's another thing. Like the guy friends that I had, they knew women. And so when they knew women, those women were like, "Oh wow, who is this guy?" And the thing is I I I hate to say it. I hate to say what really kind of like got them going is that like I'm bearded, and I think last time I checked, I'm like 183, 185 centimeters, and they kind of like that.
Awesome. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Next question for you, brother, is are are these women okay, sorry, the cold approach part. Did you cold approach there at all? Is
No,
it an
I
easy
didn't.
cold
I didn't. I
approach?
didn't. I didn't cold approach. I didn't cold approach.
Did they cold approach you?
Um, Through other people, yes.
Hmm. Break,
Through
break,
other.
break, break it down for me. What does that mean?
So, like as I was telling you, for example, when I was talking to the Afghan there, that conversation happened based on the fact that I was talking to one of her like one of her friends or one of her distant relatives. And so she came over and started talking because she saw me, and that's what happened, you know. Um and that's how it works. I mean, because it is kind of like a conservative society, you're not going to really get the code of approach from the women. But as I said, if you're dating them without the intention of marrying, it's really frowned upon and it's shameful. So you better make up your mind if you're deciding that you want to settle down or not. So that's the thing. If you approach them, your intention better be to marry them. I'm not saying that you can't like cold approach them, but your intentions better be good
Mm,
because that's all they're looking for.
beautiful. Thank you, bro.
Hmm.
Um, Next question for you, brother, is are these women wifeable? If so, tell us what makes them wifeable. Tell us the wifeable qualities about Turkmenistan women, brother. Break it down for me, bro.
I mean, I don't know. where to even start, really, bro, because there's so many of them. I mean, one of the things is that, their bodies are nice. Okay, you're not going to really see no Lizzo vibes over there. Um, you know what I mean? That's what they're very modest. Okay, they're very modest. So they're very modest. Okay. Um. Uh. One thing is, they're okay. They're they're responsible. So your finances are going to be in check. They're very responsible. They're not going to really. There's not going to be no. Okay, I'm going to dangle SEX over your head for a Birkin bag. There's not going to be any of that. Okay. They're devoted and loving. Okay. So they're going to love you. That's the thing. And they're not going to provoke any conflicts. And they appreciate every little thing you do for them. Like, I remember one time I just decided to test the waters. I just decided to really test the waters and, just go out on a limb, just try to play a game. I just tried to play like a game, and and so I decided to be give a gift. I decided, okay, you know what? Let me give this person a gift. All right. And so once I gave the gift, I gave it through the brother. I gave it through the brother. And it wasn't a big gift, okay? It wasn't like really something big, but it was a small gift. And once I gave the gift, that woman, she was, when I say happy, overjoyed. When I say overjoyed, she was beyond overjoyed. And it was such a small gift, but she was just thinking that, wow, this dude really thought of me. She even said, I can't believe he thought about me. I can't believe this. He thought about me. And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do to, I don't know how I can do what I can do to repay him. You know what I mean? And so even that little gift went a long way. So that tells me right there, this tells me right there that even little things they will appreciate. Whereas, like, let's say if I, like, with a Western woman, let's say if I don't know, like, let's say if I give a Western woman, like, maybe one of her favorite nail polishes or something like that.
Or a pair of Jordans. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be like, "That's it? You didn't get anything from you didn't get anything from my homegirls, or you didn't get anything for my sister or anything like that?" So that's like that's so for me, they're very wifeable.
This is
Nobody
beautiful,
knows
man.
about them though. Nobody knows about them. Like, I'm one of the, and I hate to say it, but this is pretty much exiled me from the uh the black community. This has exiled me from the black community, that
Oh,
I have been to these places, and that I have that I have took a stand, that I have personally taken a stand, that I will not marry a Western woman, even if she is a Muslim. So I'm going to be honest. There have been black Muslim women who have, like, shown interest in marriage, but I said no. I'm not doing it because I know how it's going to end up. I know what the outcome is going to be. There's been, you know, uh Caucasian converts who have shown interest in the marriage, and I said no. I know what the outcome is going to be. Because for me personally, I'm looking at it as like, yeah, sure, you may have converted, but you still have the skeleton of city girl. And
Mm.
I'm not dealing with that. Yeah, you're forgiven, you know, that's good. You're forgiven and things like that. But no, I'm not dealing with that. I don't have to deal with that. I really don't have to deal with that. So that has pretty much exiled me from the the quote unquote black community.
Brothers, did you hear that, brothers? Did you hear that, brothers? You know, him taking the trip to Central Asia has completely removed him away from the black community. I don't blame him. When you first experience that foreign taste, that foreign honey, you can't look back anymore, man. You know, all that pro black stuff, all that Umar Johnson stuff, it doesn't apply, man. Because to me, it's all a joke now. You know, where's the results? We're seeing Black Lives Matter and how they're spending money in a very bad way. What happened to 90 million funds? $90 million. What happened to that? You know? There's a lot of jokes here happening in the West, and I don't want to take part of it anymore. Brothers, please get your passports. If you want your black woman, go foreign. There's black Brazilian women, black Colombian women, black Japanese women. Can we please stop dating BWs in the West? If she's Western, don't date her, don't marry her, and do not have sex with her. We are done with the black community. This is a pro black male channel. Okay? This is the interest of pro black males who want foreign women. We're done with the black community. Let's carry on, bro. Next question for you, brother, is how strong willed are Turkmenistan women? You know, can we bring her to the US and will she still keep to a culture? Or will she eventually become influenced by City Girl, Cardi B, Megan the Foot rapper, Lizzo, and the feminist toxic culture? Or is it a bad idea to bring her over here to America? You keep her there in Turkmenistan and you find a way to, make it work. Break it down for me, bro.
If I were you, I would just keep all of your foreign women. I would just keep all of your foreign women in their places, or you move to them to a conservative society. Like that's just my recommendation. I don't recommend that you bring any foreign woman to the West. I really believe that even if they're strong willed, eventually Keisha, eventually chaotic Keisha, licentious Ling Ling, Casper Karen, malicious Maria. Um, uh, if I'm leaving out someone else, are going to get to her. Okay, they're going to get to her. They're going to say, "Oh, you do that for him? Oh, I would never do that for my man." Or he, 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 he has you as a slave. That's eventually going to get to her, unfortunately.
Damn.
So just leave them all there. Just find a place where you guys can go to, where the society is going to be conservative, and that you'll be able to live your life without any distractions, because they're going to eventually get to you no matter what. Okay,
Mm,
because the bottom line is this, and this is what I find. I'm just going to say this in my personal experience. In my personal experience, um, Keisha does not want to see you happy. Karen does not want to see you happy. Ling Ling does not want to see you happy. Even the African women in this country who have bought into the Keisha Karen program do not want to see you happy. So when you leave and you go elsewhere, or you go back home to get your woman, they are going to guilt trip you, and they are going to try to sabotage you no matter what.
yeah. Damn. That's facts. I shouldn't even laugh, but that's facts, man. I've seen it happen in real life. These Western women don't like foreign women because they know foreign women, they're attractive, they're desirable, they're not feminist, they're not toxic. So that pains the heart of Western women, and they will do anything to sabotage your relationship with a foreign woman. They will poison her with feminism, poison her with crazy ideas, liberal ideas, and you don't want that for your girl. And that's why I'm telling you, brothers, man, get into IT. All right, get into IT as soon as possible. Special announcement, I will be teaching a Python course starting in the second week of November. So please join the Patreon Diamond tier if you want to be a part of that course. I'm going ham on IT in the next few months. All right, so if you want to be in my class, join the Patreon Diamond tier. John Thomas, can you provide a link to my Patreon, please? Join the Diamond tier. Let's get you brothers into IT ASAP because you got to find a way to remote work and make good money. IT is the field for brothers on this Passport Bros movement. You cannot bring your foreign woman back to the West, okay? You need flexibility, you need funds, and IT is the best thing for black, serious men. So join the Patreon Diamond tier if you want to get into my classes. Second week of November, we're going ham, okay? If you're serious about IT, you'll join that Diamond tier, okay? Wonderful, bro. Great question, great answer there, Base Fuller. So, brother, what are you going to do then? So, well, what's your plan, brother? Do you plan on moving to somewhere in Central Asia while working? I know you work in IT as well. What's your plan, brother?
To be honest, I'm gonna move somewhere in the Kremlin, because I have family there already. And I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm just gonna settle down. That's what I'm gonna do.
You got
And then
family in Russia.
yeah, and so I'm just gonna do that, and be with my traditional wife or wives, and I'm just gonna do that. As I said, I checked out. Like I really, literally checked out with these women. Like I can't even remember the last time I spent money on any of these Western women.
Mm,
Okay, and I really don't care what they say. Okay, I've been called so many things because of the line I push. I've been called 9AY. I've been called, of course, the incel thing. I've been called who hurt you. I've been called mommy problems. I've been called go to therapy. I've been called every single name in the book, but I'm still holding this line because I know what's out there and I experience what is out there. And I'm not going back to I don't have to go back. I didn't ruin these women's lives. It's not my job to play cleanup man. It's not my job. It's not my job to do that. It's not my job to be like, okay, oh, it's no problem that you have a son from another man. Oh, it's no problem that you've been around with like 50 plus guys. Oh, it's no problem that you basically are looking for just a fallback plan and you still want the other guys that you're used to. Um, and so no, I don't care what they call me. I don't give a
mm.
crap.
And
I don't care.
I love the way when you said that you don't spend money on Western women no more. Same here, bro. Same here. Um, I don't spend any money on Western women, not even for a drink, coffee. In fact, I do my best to avoid them unless it's work, unless I have to speak to them, then that's cool with me. But when it comes to leisure activities, going out, I do my best to avoid Western women. Don't look at me, don't touch me, don't speak to me, don't like me, leave me be. All right. I only expect you to say four phrases to me. Good morning, IP. Good afternoon, IP. Good evening, IP, and goodbye, IP. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Leave me alone. You'll not get a single dime from me anymore. And that should be the mentality of brothers on this passport space. Don't spend money on a Western chick. Spend it on a foreign chick. If your foreign girlfriend or wife is cooperative, if she's cooking, cleaning, looking after the kids, spoil her, brothers. Buy her a new bag. Take her on holiday. Show love to her, man. If she's doing all those traditional roles, of course I'm gonna spend on my foreign chick. Okay, women who do good things should be rewarded, right? Don't give your money away to Western women anymore. We are done with them. Don't date them, don't marry them, and do not have sex with them anymore. Fantastic. Next question for you, brother, is
Sure.
um for me, brother. So I know that they're Muslim, these women,
Hmm.
majority.
Hmm.
Are they very strict Muslims, or are they like Lebanese Muslims? So Lebanon, they're
Yeah, yeah,
Muslims, but kind of liberal Muslims,
liberal
to a T.
Muslims. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is that the
Um,
same there in Turkmenistan?
Turkmenistan, I'll say that like they're traditional Muslims, but they're loosely traditional Muslims. So, like in essence, mu- mu- like Islam is kind of like more so looked at as a cultural thing versus like it being a like very very strict. But no, they do of course have like the mosque, Friday prayers, fasting during Ramadan, going on Hajj and stuff like that. But I won't say that they're like Saudi Arabia. No way. They're not like Saudi Arabia or any of those kind of crazy things that they have going on. So I'll just say that like culturally they're Muslims and stuff like that and conservative and things like that. But I did talk to a man, and without like, without giving out any information away, like, he talked about his marriage and, what hit the type of things that his wife did to him. And I kind of like just kind of it was kind of like X-rated things because he we built a rapport. And it was just a bunch of guys talking. It was just a bunch of us guys talking. And so what I will say is that like when you do marry them, just just understand that like just understand like you'll definitely have put it this way, with while keeping it PG, they'll give you a ride for your life, you know.
This is crazy. Oh my lord. So they're freaking his sheets, huh? Keeping it PG, bro.
Yeah, keeping it PG. From when I talked to the guy who had his wife, he basically broke it down to me, you know. But it was a bunch of guys talking, so we kind of did talk about these things, so it wasn't a problem.
This is beautiful, man. Shout out to Mr. Bad for Business, Bad D for Business for the $2 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the support. Means a lot to me, bro. Brothers, follow through. Show me some more support. I'm putting in a lot of work for you, brothers. No one in the passport space has touched upon these countries. All right, so please show me and base followers some love. Support the channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you, brothers. Shout out to Mr. Padigo Chung for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, bro. Again, third time tonight. He's going ham. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support a lot, Padigo Chung. It means a lot to me, bro. And you're new as well. So we got a new superstar here alongside Johnny Walker. I appreciate you two brothers. My 40 acres and a mule is definitely guaranteed. Yes, indeed, man. You book your flight out there to Turkmenistan, guarantee you can get the best bang for your buck, brother. I appreciate you, Padiku Chung. That's a brother right there. Thank you, bro. Awesome. Shout out to Mr. Padiku Chung again for the $2 super chat. He said, "Is a backside there as well?" Keeping the PG base fuller. What's the back looking like and what's the chest looking like, bro?
The with the women,
Yes, please.
we'll put it this way, like um, and they caught me a couple of times doing it too. May God forgive me, but they did catch me a couple of times doing it. But yeah, there were a lot of because you have to understand something. These are still like again tribal people, so they still go like. And the thing is, they started as nomadic people. Like that's the thing. Like they started as nomads. Like they were nomadic. So they moved around a lot until they became urbanized. So they still have that kind of in them where they'll say, okay, well, we want to go ride horses or we want to go up a hill. Like they're very active women. That's the thing. They're not lazy women. So, a couple of times I got kind of hypnotized and they were calling my name. The one of my guy guests was calling my name, but I was too busy looking at his sister's rump, you know. And so
Oh
like,
man.
he called my name like 3 times, and I'm like, oh, I said, oh, my mistake. I kind of was. I said I was about to doze off, and I think he knew I was looking, but he kind of didn't say anything about it. Although they do dress modest, they do. Don't get it wrong. They dress modest, but you can still see, like, okay, like, still see it though. You know what I mean? They,
Damn.
they're modest. Don't get it twisted. They're modest dressing, but they don't have that kind of like model problem. You know how like some supermodels here, or a lot of supermodels here, they're like on the verge of death because they starve themselves, like to get that look. No, they're healthy. They're very healthy.
Beautiful. Shout out to Most Def. Um, he said one time, ASS so big. Oh, sorry, ASS so fat you can see it from the front. Brothers know what I'm referring to. You know, hip hop heads from the early 2000s. You know what album I'm referring to? Once again, ASS so fat you can see it from the front. Ooh, damn! I'm in love with these Central Asian women already. They might be coming off the Japanese woman and Latina woman. Ooh, god damn. So next question for you, brother, is and this is a classic so far. You know, um, hmm, are these women conservative? I'm guessing, bro. Conservative in their thinking. Do you know someone who Candace Owens is? Base Fuller.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who
Okay.
she is. I know who she is.
Are they conservative like her with her ideas? In terms of how they see, politics, race, etc., etc. Or are they liberals? The woman.
They're more traditional conservative types. Now they will what they will do is they, I mean they'll basically, they're not into this whole female empowerment thing. They're not into like overtaking a man and being all masculine and challenging men. They're not into that. They don't do that. Okay, these are wholesome women. For the most part, they do wear makeup, but they're not going to wear makeup to a point where you see the makeup and then like once they take off the makeup it looks like a different person. No, they don't do that. They're not into that. Okay, they're not into that kind of stuff. All right, they're straight down the middle, basically. You know,
Okay,
that's the thing.
centrist. They're
Mhm.
more centrist.
Yeah.
Okay, I can work with that. I can do
Mhm.
it with a centrist chick, but I like conservative and I like as my first choice. But if she's centrist, I'm cool with that as well. I can let that slide. But liberal, no, no
No,
liberal
they're
woman.
not liberals.
Okay,
They're not liberals. Okay, they're not into that crap. They're not into that. They're not into that. You know.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, they're not into that whole like LGBT, that alphabet soup. They're not into the alphabet soup. Okay, they're not into that. They're not into these gender, these pronouns, him, her, she. No, they're not into that. You know, they know what time it is. They carry on tradition. Put it that way. They carry on tradition. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you, bro. So next question for you, brother, is hmm, did you come across rich women in that country, and were they checking for brothers?
Um, I don't really come across any rich women there. The only the only ones that I knew of who were probably rich were like the entertainers, like, and things like that. But they're, again, it's not really a rich country, so to say. It's not really like a country that's I think their main thing is I think they have gas or something like that. But it's not like necessarily like really rich. So you're not gonna really nobody's gonna openly flaunt the wealth, even if there were even if there were rich people there. I wouldn't really know because people wouldn't wouldn't like really flaunt their wealth there.
Okay.
But
Awesome,
I'm
bro.
not saying that there isn't rich people there. I mean, or rich women there. There are rich women there. I saw, women in BMWs and stuff like that. So they're there.
Aw-
But that
Awesome.
but best believe they were married and they weren't on no they weren't dog moms or strong independent boss babe, don't need a man type chicks. They guaranteed they were married.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Next question for you, brother, is when you were out there, was social media a problem amongst the women in terms of what they were posting, large followers for beautiful women, out there? Was it a problem like we see in the West with all these simps and women leaving their profiles open for guys to DM them rich dudes? Break it down for me, bro.
See, that's what I'm saying. They don't play with that social media stuff because they know
Mhm.
it comes back to the family. They know that like that will get back to the family if like because obviously their friends are gonna follow the social media. So if their friends see a post that is not befitting of those women, then they're gonna be like, "Yo, what's the deal with this? Do you know what such and such posted?" So no, they're not gonna really do any of that kind of like goofiness. They're not gonna really do any of the twerking or do any of that kind of stuff. You know, they're not gonna
Beautiful.
really. They're not gonna be involved in that. They're not into
Beautiful.
that stuff. Yeah, they have social media. Don't get me wrong. Pretty much everybody got a social media nowadays,
Mm.
but it's not used for the same purpose as these Western women use it for to finesse men. I heard it's getting worse and worse. I heard one day that the, today I heard this one woman saying that she manifested a guy paying for her
A thousand
lunch.
grand.
Yeah,
I saw that as well, bro. I
yeah,
was sickened by that.
yeah.
I
It
was
just
sickened.
made me so mad. And she just said it like as if it was no problem to use a man. That's what made me very upset about that.
Wow. And that if that was vice versa, cancel culture, oh, men are trash. How dare he do that to a woman? And that's why I'm sick of this liberal nonsense, man. All this garbage coming up from liberals. Sick of it. Um, Thank you, bro. So next question for you, brother, is submissiveness. For me, I need me a submissive chick. I need me a chick that when I tell her, baby girl, can you come and bathe me and moisturize me after you bathe me? How submissive are these women, Turkmenistan women, and are they submissive to a point where if I tell her, can you bathe me and moisturize me, she'll do it? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, well, where should I start? Like, I mean, obviously, I wasn't married to the chick, so I couldn't really do anything. But I was usually with the woman's brother most of the time, and we were out and about making plays for him. I was helping him make plays and stuff like that. But every time we came back, food was ready. Um, she wouldn't let me lift a hand up. Uh, as a matter of fact, she put the water there so I can wash my hands. She put the water in a bowl so I can wash my hands. Again, you know, cleaning the room that I was staying in, um, doing things that I didn't even ask her to do, but she did it anyway, off the strength of like me just being out and about with her brother. So I would say that they're going to be submissive. They're not going to start any conflicts with you. They're going to know their place. But again, I I regret doing it because someone actually like they like put a bad reputation on my name because I did it. I told only one person. I told one person that I went to Turkmenistan and that how the women will like cook for you, have your hands washed for you, and things like that, and how like that you wouldn't mind going 100% and taking care of all the bills in the household because she's doing her role, like she's actually being an actual woman. And so some chimpanzee that I thought was on my team straight out tarnished my name and said I was just trying to manipulate and use these women
Damn.
because of that, because like she cooked, had the water for me to wash my hands, um actually had actually basically saw to it that I had the necessary things needed for me to clean my like face, like soap, toothpaste, and all of that. Saw to it that my room was like decked out so I can be as comfortable as possible. Once she found out that I was staying there, and although we were separated, she still found time when I was not there to take care of everything, basically.
Damn.
And I
This
think she
gone.
was just showing that, hey, I can be your wife. I'll do, I'll do these things.
Oh wow. This is like,
And
oh
so,
man.
what you have no idea, brother. I've been doxxed. I've been I've been sabotaged. People have even, it's gotten to a point where when I got my passport from from my home country, that it's been like my neighbors trying to intercept it, basically. Like it's gotten to a point where they see what's going on. They see the gifts coming from all these different places from and things like that, and they don't even want it to happen. Like they're getting upset that it's happening. I'm gonna be honest. Like Western women don't want to see Western men happy, or any
You
man for
got,
that regards.
yeah.
Any man,
Mm.
even if you're not from the West, they don't want to see you happy. That's the problem. In your happiness, it may not involve them, but they don't like to see it. But I'm telling you that, like, from taking these trips, it's cost me. It trust me, it's cost me a lot, but the reward is way more than what it's cost me. The reward, once you get to these places, you forget about all the crap you went through to get to these places. You forget all about it.
Ah, very true.
Yeah, you're
Thank you,
just
bro.
in the experience.
Thank you, bro. I got a super chat here from Mr. Padigo Chung again, fifth time tonight. Thank you, bro, for the support. Brothers, it's a one-man team I'm seeing here recently. Can we get some more diverse donations to the channel? That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. Thank you very much. He says here for the $2 super chat, which Central Asian women are the most beautiful, in your opinion, brother?
I mean, the thing is, when you have these different Central Asian women, like you have Turkic women, then you have Persian women, and then I think you have a little bit of a Arab mixture in there from like maybe the small majority of Arabs that moves over there. I don't know, because they're all beautiful to me. They all have like, when you dealing with Kazakh and Kyrgyz, they're more Asian looking, of course. But then of course in Kazakhstan you have Slavic looking too. Uzbek is more like Turkic people. Um, I don't know who I would pick. I can't. That's a tough question because they're all good looking. They're all, and when I say they're unusual looking in a good way. So that's a
Beautiful.
tough. Yeah, it's a tough question.
It's a tough question, man. I'm looking at images right now of these Central Asian. I think the more options brothers have, the better it is, man. And you're checking for brothers too, and I love that big time. So, Next question for you, brother, is okay. Hold on. So, let's go. Okay. Where would you say are the best places to meet women in that country? Is it is it like in is it in the library? Break it down for me, bro.
Okay, so you can meet them at parks. Parks are good. Um, you can meet them at
Internet.
you can meet them basically at you know cinemas. Cinemas are good. You can meet them at, I want to say, what else is a good museums? Basically,
Okay.
you can meet them at malls as well too. You can meet
Okay.
them there too.
And you can simply go up to them and speak to them. It's open like that, bro. You can go up to, hey, how are you? Okay, yeah, is that acceptable, brother? For a man to walk up to a woman in that country and speak to her, hey, how are you? And then it's carrying from there.
Yeah, it's cool to do it.
Okay.
It's cool.
And what do you say? Can you be open? Can you be direct with her, brother? Hey, I found you good looking. I found you cute. Are you free for coffee tomorrow? Is coffee dates common there? Is that approach okay to do to a chick you're interested in? Let her
I
know straight
mean,
up.
the
Yeah.
the approach is okay, but she's gonna automatically assume that, okay, we're getting married. You know, that's what she's gonna assume, that like, okay, this guy wants my hand. So like even with the Afghan woman who was there, you know, I started chatting her up. We started chatting on social media and things like that. I said, hey, why don't we hang out? She's like, sure, we can hang out. Hanging out turns to me going to meet her family. So they don't play, as I said before. It's no playing over there. Like
Okay.
they're
That
serious. It's serious business over there when it comes to them, like what they want and what they were raised to want. That's what I'm saying. The dating culture, yeah, sure, you can date. Don't get me wrong, you can date and stuff like that, but the dating is going to be in the intention of getting married. Like that's what the dating is. There is not going to be no like dating in the Western sense here, where you have like you're just dating, hooking up, and then just leaving. It's not like that over there. Like your
awesome.
intention, yeah, your intention is going to be marriage.
Can I ask you, brother, about okay? Can I ask you, brother, about you know, um, online dating? Is that a thing there in that country? I'm assuming not. Tinder, Hinge, Bumble. I'm assuming they don't. You
Nah,
don't
it's
use
not
those.
really a thing like that. It's not really a thing. Like online dating, like they don't really do that. I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, you may have like some, I don't know, I don't think they have an app, but you may have an app where there's like a social network, like Central Asian app, but it's not going to be like Tinder, Hinge, or any of these things. It's not going to be like that. Yeah, they'll have like a network, but it's not going to be swipe, 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 swipe. Oh, there we go. Swipe, swipe. It's not going to be that.
Awesome. Thank you, bro. Shout out to the brother Johnny Walker in the building, the new superstar on the channel for the $10 super chat. What's up, Johnny Walker? Appreciate you, brother, for the support in the last few weeks. Patreon member, new to the channel, always supporting. I see you, bro. Thank you, Johnny Walker, for the support. He says now it's a two-man team IP. Just got in. Carry on, brother Base and brother IP. Thank you, bro. I remember the guest from the Kazakhstan stream. Welcome back, brother. Thanks for coming on and sharing your story. Thank you for the kind words, Johnny Walker. Welcome back to the channel, brother. We missed you, brother, and I hope you. I know you have some great questions, bro. So looking forward to seeing you call in, Johnny Walker. Welcome back, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Much love. So next question for you, brother, is STI and STD rates in Turkmenistan. Is it a problem there in that country, bro, amongst the women?
It's almost non-existent there.
Damn.
That's what I'm gonna say. Like, try again, customs, tribe, um, and things like that. If you have those things, it's frowned upon. It's very frowned upon. It's very, very
Damn.
frowned upon. It's lower than it's lower than. I'm gonna be honest. It's probably lower than like 11%. It's lower than 11%. It's not really like a. It's not really a thing over there because
Brother, you
nobody.
know, go on.
They're not riding the carousels. Like they're not doing that. Like they're not as opposite over here where it's actually going up. So I just read a report right now that it's actually going up over here. And it's actually, I hate to say it, they're going to say, oh, you just hate women. But it's actually coming from the women more.
Disgusting.
And yeah, I'm dead serious. I read the report. So that's non-existent there. They're not just doing that kind of stuff.
Let me ask this, brother. Pros, right? I'm trying to keep it PG. Pros. You know what I'm referring to. Pros, women who sell box. Okay, is
Yeah.
that a problem out there in Turkmenistan?
No, not really. I mean, yeah, you may have a few that do it like underhandedly, but it's not that common. Again, this place was just became a country not too long ago. So it's still coming out of nomadicism.
Wow, awesome. Thank you, bro. Next question for you, brother, is: are Turkmenistan women materialistic? Do they want the Gucci bag, the Armani bag, the Prada bag, the Louis Vuitton, all that garbage from their men?
They appreciate the little things. They don't really care that much. They just care that you're gonna hold down the household, that you're just gonna take care of her. But they're not gonna be like, okay, if you want this, then uh Birkin bag me. They're not gonna do that.
Birkin bag me. Facts, bro. That's what I want to hear, man. I ain't buying no chicken Birkin bag. You buy yourself, idiot. Thank you, bro.
They're
Shout.
not into that.
Okay,
Yeah, they're not into that stuff.
thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Johnny Walker for the $10 super chat again. Second time tonight. Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. Are many of them open to marriage to a non-Muslim? I assume SM culture, single mother culture is non-existent. Is it easy to access internet Wi-Fi for much of the country? I work in tech, so bad for me. Great questions there, Johnny Walker. Base for that, do you mind answering that one by one? I think we went through the first question before, but if you can run through that quickly. Second question and the third question, please, brother. That'd be great.
Okay, well, Wi-Fi is kind of like you have to buy cards. That's the thing about Wi-Fi. So you're gonna just have to really buy cards and stuff like that to access Wi-Fi. And I recommend, if I were you, I recommend having a private IP address, a private like VPN to get access to different sites. So like maybe if you want to post on Snapchat or something like that, you can post on Snapchat because I'm not sure if it's changed or not, but I don't think Snapchat was available out there the last time I was there. So Wi-Fi really comes down to I want to say Wi-Fi really comes down to buying cards, um, so you can access the network.
Okay. Thank you,
Wi-Fi
bro.
cards. Yeah, they have Wi-Fi cards you can get.
But okay, that's great. And is the Wi-Fi good? Is it reliable? Does it glitch or is it stable? The internet Wi-Fi.
It's not the best Wi-Fi, but it'll get the job done.
Okay, thank you, bro. Second question. Single mother culture. Is that a problem there?
It'll be a cold day in hell before it's a problem there. Because the thing is they don't like divorces. The only time they like divorces is if it's absolutely necessary. If the husband is acting up or something like that. If the husband is doing out of line, then they'll say, okay, we have no choice but to divorce. But single mother culture, what's that? What's that? I'm speaking as Turkmenistan. Pretend I'm the country Turkmenistan, and you ask me the question: is single mother culture a problem out there? Turkmenistan will reply, "What's that mean? I don't know what that is."
Damn, fantastic. This is great so far. And the first question: are many of them open to marriage to a non-Muslim? So if Johnny Walker's a Christian, can he marry a damn Muslim chick, bro?
That's gonna, I don't know, but it's gonna really, I don't know how the parents will feel. The Sure, the daughter may be up to it, but then you have to worry about the family and the tribe and how they feel about it. So that's up to their discretion.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, thank you, bro. Thank you. Great questions there, Johnny Walker. I hope it was answered, brother. Let me know in the live chat if it wasn't. I can come back to it. Okay. Thank you, Johnny. Um, next question for you, bro. We're almost there. Got a couple more. Is tell me the bad parts about Turkmenistan women. Obviously, women are not perfect. There must be some attributes you found amongst someone average that you're like, okay, they maybe kind of shout too much. When they shout, it's very loud, or it can get a bit pissy. Any bad parts about Turkmenistan women that you've noticed, brother, that we should know? Break it down for me, bro.
Well, I mean, because it is such a traditional society, if you're if your intention isn't to get married, then they're gonna feel some type of way about you. You going there and you just like they're not gonna really like being strung along. You know what I mean? Even if you are just dating and stuff like that, they're not gonna really take too kindly to that. Now, yeah, it's okay to do here. I know we do it a lot here. You know what I mean? Um, Now one thing is even right now, the one I'm dealing with, the one I'm still dealing with right now, she sometimes gets frustrated that like I'm not coming back, like she's like telling me you need to hurry up and come back. You need to hurry up and come back. And I say, hey, why don't we meet somewhere halfway? And then she's like, I don't want to go to the West. That's what she said. She said, I don't want to go to the West. I want you to come here. And even like, it was crazy. She always asked me, like, are you talking to anybody else? Are you talking to anybody else? And I say, like, I'm not worried about anybody else right now. I'm just worried about focusing on what I need to focus on. And and we haven't, mind you, we haven't done anything. We haven't hooked up or anything. We haven't done anything like that. But she even said, like, good, because you're mine. That's what she said.
Damn.
She said that. So I'm like, oh crap.
This
Like
is crazy.
that's kind of like yeah, that's like kind of like a red flag. But like I'm like, yeah, she said that. I kid you not. She said, yeah, good, because you mine. And I said, okay,
This is a Turkmenistan chick or Kazakhstan chick.
this is a Turkmenistan chick.
Damn.
We IG each other.
She claimed you like
Yeah, we IG message each other. So like I'm saying that okay, I'll give you an example. There was um it, okay. I knew this one brother, he was from Saudi Arabia, okay? And so obviously he's an Arab people. he's Arab. Okay. So he was just kind of breaking down all like the different types of Arabs and stuff like that. And he's like, and I said, yeah, Libyans are cool. I said, Libyans are like real cool. Like Libyans are chill, like and stuff like that. And he's like, man, Libyans are he basically said like Libyans are backward tribal people and things like that. That's what he was saying. I'm not gonna sit here and call Turkmenistan Turkmen people tribal. No, no, backwards. But yes, they are tribal people, and so when you kind of like, I guess you say, make your presence known and kind of like show yourself to be like integrate into that they're kind of like programmed with what's going on. You're kind of like in the you're kind of in the mix. So if you are messing with a woman there, like, yeah, you better be prepared, man. Like, she's not gonna take too kindly if you like, if you just say, hey, I'm just gonna move on. She's not gonna take too kindly. So that's the downside because they really don't have the same dating culture where you you may be testing the waters. They don't have that. So I guess
Okay.
depending on how you look at it, it's not a bad thing for me, but it could be a bad thing for other people. And so like when she was like, you mind, I was like, oh crap, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, but at the same time I kind of like I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like what guy doesn't like being wanted?
Hmm.
Like let's just be real, like what guy doesn't like being wanted?
Okay, let me ask this, brother. Um, Let me ask this. How should men dress out there in Turkmenistan? Do we come through wearing gold teeth, gold chain, Sean John jeans, Echo sweatshirt, New York Jets snapbacks, red bandana, like the Dipset dudes, Cameron, uh, Timberland boots, like my New Yorker brothers. Do we come through wearing that, brother, or do we come through in a suits, you know, wear well fitted shirt, etc., etc.? What's the dress code there for men that gains them respect and woman? Break it down for me, bro.
So if you dress like Sibo or D-Lo, it's not gonna work. You can't dress like Sibo, D-Lo, or Pookie and Ray Ray with the white tee and baggy jeans and yeah, you can't dress like a Sibo or D-Lo. And you can't dress like the new age Sibo and D-Lo who decide that they want to wear tight clothes um and tight jeans that like are super super tight that they um that you question um like, hey, what's going on here? um I'm not gonna lie, me, I just try to keep it simple. Again, I wore my Puma tracksuits and my Adidas tracksuits, and that seemed to be a hit with the ladies because they like the colors. I had their colors. I have the green flag one. I had like a blue and white one, and me wearing my shell top Adidas. And sometimes, I would switch it up and wear like a polo shirt with the the long sleeve polo shirt with the like sometimes some chill sweats and things like that. And then they would appreciate that too. um I did wear like baseball caps, or sometimes I just really got integrated in the culture. I wore their traditional hat. I wore the what you call it hat. They have a hat there called the Telpic or something, Telpic, and it's like that furry Khabib hat. Yeah, I just put that on. I rock that. You know.
So, thank you, bro. So, I got a question here from Johnny Walker again tonight. Thank you, Johnny Walker, for the support. Third time tonight. I appreciate you, bro. He says, what are typical family sizes? 2 kids. Are most women stay-at-home wives after having children? Did you see any interracial marriages between brothers and Turkmenistan women? So, 3 questions for you to answer, brother, one by one. Starting with number one, bro.
Big families, okay, they're into big families, that's for sure, and big extended families too. They like extended families. That's one thing they do. So they don't mind sprouting out a lot of kids. That's something that, I mean, that's something that the women know they were meant for, is to have kids. So you may have families with 4 kids, 3 kids. You know, you may have big families. Um, yeah. After they're married, they stay at home. They know that their duty is taking care of the kids. That's what they know the case is. You know, so they're gonna stay at home.
Okay. Second question, bro.
I do know a Senegalese who married a Turkmen. I do know a Senegalese, and I know also I think a Pakistani married a Turkmen as well. So while it's not
Okay.
like one of the big destinations, I do know um, a couple of guys who married Turkmen.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Johnny Walker. Thank you, Base for that. Next question for you, brother, is okay, what's the ratio of women to men there in Turkmenistan? Is it more women than men or is it 50-50?
More women than men, for sure. A little bit more women
Give
than
me a
men.
number.
I would say that,
55% women,
yeah, like
45% men.
I would say like, yeah, around like a little bit more, like probably around 50, a little bit more than half percent of women, a little bit more than
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, bro.
half. Hmm.
Um, Next question for you, brother, is racism and N-word
They don't know what that word means.
used towards you? Was the N-word said towards you? Was it said out in the open during rap songs or in general? And did you experience any racism there at all?
No, there was no racism there. There was just hospitable, and it was humble. Um, and maybe that's to say because um, maybe because traditionalism returned back to there, because again, it was Soviet, it was Soviet Union. It was once part of the former Soviet Union. But I didn't really have no racism issues or anything like that.
Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you, bro.
there was
And
no.
any dangers to be aware of in Turkmenistan that brothers should be aware of? And try and keep still, brother. I'm hearing some background noise.
Um.
And get closer to your mic as well.
Okay. Well, as long as you obey the rules, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you are one of those dudes who decide to get maybe maybe mess with like the poppy the poppy seed type thing, then you will find yourself in a jam. You will,
Poppy seed.
yeah.
What's that?
Poppy seed is the OPIUM,
Oh, oh, okay.
and because it does share borders with Afghanistan, then you're gonna have to worry if you decide that you're going there as a mule or something like that. They're not gonna play with you. So none of that funny business should be done there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Again, it's an uncharted territory, so it's not really gonna have that many things. Doesn't have that many visitors. That's the thing.
Okay. Thank you, bro. I've got two more questions. Should brothers travel alone or in a group to Turkmenistan, and tell us why?
Me personally, I would like to travel alone because the people are kind of like hip. to the outside world, although it wouldn't seem like it. But if you're going in a group, then people are automatically just going to assume that you're there for sex tourism. You know, they're like, okay, what's this group of men doing here for? Like, what are they doing here? Because they see what happens, unfortunately, with Keisha, Karen, and Pookie and Ray Ray when they go to these other countries in a group. You know, I hate to say it, but a lot of them are, and there's nothing wrong with them. With, I mean, if that's their life, you know, if they're going to do that in their life, that's their life. So be it. But those Turkmen don't like that. So I went alone. And I honestly feel I would have the best success alone in these places.
Okay, thank you, bro. And last question for me, brother, is it safe for black men to travel there and to live there, Turkmenistan? Tell us why.
I mean, the economy, like the thing is, the economy again is kind of like a fairly new country, so I don't know necessarily what you would do there, but you won't have any problems in Turkmenistan. Yeah, I mean, I had no, I was not, I was not, I, I can't speak that I felt like I was in danger at any point. Like I walked outside at like 1 o'clock in the morning, you know, and so it's not a problem.
Okay, thank you, brother. Awesome, awesome. Shout out to Johnny Walker again for the fourth time supporting tonight. Thank you, brother. Much appreciation for the $5 super chat. He says, by what age/age range would you say most Turkmenistan women are married? 18 to 20, 21 to 24, or over 24? Okay, to provide percentages for each range if easier. Good question, bro.
Yeah, most of the time at 18 to 20 and 20 to 24, they're already married. They're already ready to get married, or they already are married. And there'll definitely probably be virgins because they don't they frown upon what you call it, premarital relations. So it's not going to be really an issue there.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you to great question there, Johnny Walker. Thank you to our guest, Base Fuller, for his intel here. Appreciate you, Base Fuller. I'm now going to open up the phone lines for brothers to ask questions to our guests here. So please call in. If you can't call in, you must cash up and super chat your questions. Before I do so, like I told you about a special announcement, I'll be teaching a Python course. So please, to get into that Python course, you must be a part of the Patreon Diamond tier. I'll be starting that course in the second week of November this year, okay? So if you're into IT, if you want to get into IT, if you're serious about this passport movement, join that Patreon Diamond tier, and then I will add you to my list. So when we go live with the Python course and the classes in the second week of November, I will send you an invitation, and we'll find a time that suits everyone, and then we'll be practicing. Okay, fantastic. Here is a link to. No, let me give me a second. Here's a link to. Do you know what? I don't know what's going on here. This computer. So here's a link to my Instagram, brothers. If you want to reach out to me directly, follow the movement. Here's a link to it. I'll get back to you. If you are on Twitter, follow me on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter. I'll also get back to you. Okay, if you want one-to-one IT consultation, then intel on foreign women explicitly and after hours intel, join the Patreon Diamond tier. Okay, here's a link to the Facebook group. Bear in mind that you must be a part of the Patreon to get access to the Facebook group. And of course, you'll be sent a link to our Discord server to talk and mingle with high value brothers. Okay. Again, COP, the merch, the international passport merch. Where is it? John Thomas, can you please provide a link to my merch in the live stream chat? That'd be great, brother. And here's a link to my Patreon once again. Fantastic, fantastic. So let me open up the phone lines. Please be respectful to our guest, and let's have a great question. So you can take a quick break, base full out, get some water, get something to eat, and we'll welcome you back. You ready to take a quick break, bro?
Yeah, I'll take a quick break.
Okay.
Mhm.
Come back in
Like,
2 minutes.
yeah, I'll take a quick break.
Okay. How long, bro?
Like, give me 5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you, bro.
Yep.
I'll guess. Okay. We'll see you in 5 minutes, Base Fuller. When you're back, just unmute yourself and let me know, or you can type in a private chat. Great stream, brothers. Great stream. Brothers, it's very important you support me and the movement. I was out there in Germany. I got you, brothers, first class intel to prove to you that women are checking for brothers. They're not playing around. I'm not playing around. Okay. This channel isn't cap. These are real brothers' experiences. These are my experiences. So the least you can do is like the video. Okay. Like the video, support the movement. The Cash App is open. The super chats are open. Show me some love, man. This is almost 10 years of doing this consistently. So please support me in the movement because we got, man, and I'm doing my best to show you brothers a different world out there, keeping you brothers focused, etc., etc. Okay, fantastic. Awesome. You can call in anytime you want to, brothers, while we wait for our guest. If you can't call in, you must catch up and super chat your question. Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. All right, brother. Calling brothers, support the movement. Look at this, man. Wonderful. Shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Intellect. Always show support. Always see him commenting on my videos, and that's what it means, man. So, brothers, whenever I drop a new video, upload, small clips, like the video, comment, engage, watch the video to the end. It really helps our YouTube's algorithm. Okay, we need to push this content out to brothers who need it. Thank you, Intellect, for the $5 super chat. He says, just showing support. Thank you, brother. Much love to you for the support. The women in Central Asia, especially Iran, aka Persia, and the countries of Central Asian steppe are gorgeous. Yes, indeed, man. And they're all checking, bro. They're all checking, which is fantastic. They're all checking. Man, options, man. Brothers have worldwide options. Okay, so make use of it. Thank you for the support, bro. It means a lot. Appreciate your intellect. Thank you, brother. Awesome. I said, ooh, I'm bad lies. Oh, I can't stand till I feel your touch. I said, ooh, I want that man. Oh, I just feel like. All right, brothers, call in. Don't be shy. We don't bite. We're not vampires. Show love to the movement and the channel, brothers. Okay. Let me try and get this working. Okay. Where you brothers calling in from? What city and what country are you listening in from? Let me know right now, brothers. What country and city are you listening from? shout out to Intellect for the $5 super chat. He says $5 super chat to stop singing. Sorry, bro. I'll stop singing. The likes are looking good, man. So, brother, you came through tonight, brothers. The likes. Thank you, brothers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you for the support. It means a lot, Intellect. Thank you. Look at this, man. It's the superstar of the moment, Johnny Walker, with the $20 super chat. Johnny Walker, thank you, bro. Man, you're a legend, brother. I appreciate you, Johnny Walker. New to the channel, and he's showing a lot of support. I appreciate you, bro. He says, IP, can you tell us which cities in Germany you've been to? How would you rank them in terms of friendly reception to brothers? Been to Frankfurt, Munich, Berlin. Munich was my favorite. Women there were woman feminine. But welcome, Base Fuller. Mr. Johnny Walker, why don't you tell me you've been to Frankfurt and Munich before? I need that intel. Hold on, let me put you on mute, Base Fuller. I need that intel on Munich, bro, ASAP. I couldn't make it out there this year, because going from Hamburg to Munich is a train ride. So I couldn't take the Uber-Bahn, the U-Bahn and the ice train there, unfortunately. If I did, it'd take a couple hours. So he says, I've been to Hamburg, Berlin, Bremen, and Lübeck. Okay. I would say I didn't spend too much time in Bremen and Lübeck. So I can't really rank them, bro. But I'm gonna say in terms of friendly reception, this is hard, bro. Damn. Okay. Bro, why? Oh, between Berlin and Hamburg, this is hard, bro. This is very hard. Damn. What kind of question is that, bro? This is too hard. I would say, ooh, man. All right. I'm gonna break it down in terms of how women, were received me as compared to how the general people received me. I would say in Berlin, I met a lot of people from different backgrounds, and we speak to each other, we go out for drinks, etc., etc. So I give Berlin that. But in terms of how women were receiving me, I'm gonna give it to Hamburg, bro, because I was approaching dying women there, and I was getting love. You saw the interviews I did on my channel. The women there that I interviewed were good looking women. There weren't no bums or low value women. They were good looking women. So I'm gonna say Hamburg for the women, and in general Berlin in terms of like the overall reception. So hopefully that answers your question, bro. We need to speak directly, bro, about Munich and Frankfurt. I need that intel on Munich, bro. I should have been out there this year, but no time to go to Munich, bro. I need that intel, bro. So I'll reach out to you, Johnny Walker. Fantastic. Awesome. Shout out to Johnny Walker for the $2 super chat again. Anti-singing donation here. Oh man, you brothers you really don't like me singing, huh? But I was in the club 2 weeks ago in Germany. You heard me singing. I wasn't too bad. I was singing with dime German women in the club, and they were showing me a lot of love. And special announcement next week is a Germany stream, so I'll be breaking down how women in Hamburg check for brothers, where to go to, etc., etc., how to approach women. So the full-on Germany stream about Hamburg women is next week. Put down your calendars. It's going to be a big stream. I'm going to break down Hamburg, Germany to an absolute T. Okay, so you never fall when you go there. Thank you, Johnny Walker. I appreciate you, bro. So you back, Base Fuller?
Yeah, I'm here.
That's fantastic, bro. Thank you. Welcome back. So, brothers, you can call in if you have any questions for our guests, or you can, super chat your questions. That'd be great, brothers. If no one calls in the next 5-10 minutes, I'm going to end the stream. You know me, I'm all about quality over quantity. I won't do things for a long time if there's no benefit for brothers. I want the best. I'm gonna put you on mute there, basically. I'm hearing background noise. I want the best, intel for you, brothers. Quality over quantity is my mantra. Okay. Fantastic, brothers. Awesome, brothers. So, brothers, I've been telling you, brothers, right, that, these Central Asian countries, they're an absolute gem. and you can chime in based full if you want to. I feel like when you become a high value man, when you work hard and you want that wife, you want that virgin, that low body count woman, and you have the resources to travel anywhere around the world, Central Asia is a good spot, man. It is a very good spot to find a wife. You
Well,
know, go on, bro.
because of how Muslim women in the West have adopted the non-Muslim women ways, and because of my travels, I just reversed the SYS uh uh BM, Save Yourself Black Man.
Mm,
My movement is called SYS MB, and it stands for Save Yourself Muslim Brother. You know,
damn.
I made that movement. I made that hashtag, and I've also said God's earth is spacious. I put that at the end of like, so I put SYSMB, then I say save yourself Muslim brother, and then I say Allah's earth is spacious.
Mm,
And so because it is spacious, and because I know the potential of women um out in these different places, um that's why I made the movement, you know. I'd rather have a woman obsessed with me than have one that's trying their best to get up on me, like all these Western women try.
awesome.
You
Thank you,
know,
bro. I've got a caller. Yes, Mr. Curtis Mims. It has been a minute, bro. Can I bring you in, brother? Give me a thumbs up, bro. I see you in the background. He's back. Guess who's back? Curtis back. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Can I bring you in with the camera on? All right. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. Curtis Mims, bro. How you doing, brother?
Well, you know
Guess
how I
who's back?
do.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess
What's
who's...
up? What's up, my brothers? How
Hey,
y'all
what's up?
doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Curtis, it's been too long, but we got to catch up over the weekend, bro.
For sure. For
Big
sure.
time, man. Lovely to hear that you're doing well. You sound well. You look well. So I'm very happy, bro. Um, I have a huge feeling that you've been to this country before, or you know about it.
Uh, I haven't been to that one, but I've dated women from there. Um, the
How?
okay, so remember I was telling you like how I was stationed in Turkey twice.
Yes.
So believe it or not, like Turkey is the gateway. I don't know if some of you guys may agree or may not, but Turkey's the
Hmm,
gateway between the Middle East and Europe.
okay.
So the language Turkish is spoken. Like remember I was telling you about Kyrgyzstan and all those old Soviet Union countries that are like they're Asian and Arabic mixed, but they speak Russian.
Yes.
So Turkish is widely spoken because from the Ottoman Empire and all of that stuff. So a lot of the girls I was able to talk to in Turkey was from like Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, and they either spoke Turkish, English, Russian, or their native language. So I actually dated a girl that was Persian and Turkmenistan when I was in Turkey, which is Turkey's off the chain, man, which is another good hidden oasis spot. You
This
know,
is crazy, bro. So you're telling me we don't have to go to Turkmenistan to find a Turkmenistan chick. We can go to Turkey and get it there.
I
That's
mean
crazy.
Turkey's a mix of anything because you could. So Turkey's divided. So okay, the more you go east, the more like Islam or is like borders Iran and Iraq and then like the the other old Soviet Union countries. The more you go west, the more European it is. So you go like Istanbul has everything. The down south Mediterranean where it doesn't snow and it's always hot. A European mix. I mean, it's everything. I mean, Turkmenistan will still be, off the chain. Like I said, you can't as a brother, you can't go wrong in those old Soviet Union countries that were in Asia. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, fantastic, bro. And how did these Turkmenistan women treat you as a brother in Turkey, brother? Break it
Oh,
down
bro,
for me, bro.
I mean, obviously, you don't want to come up there looking like a Ray Ray and Pookie, but the fact that, like, okay, I tell you like this. I went out one day to a club with one of my Turkish friends because Turkish people are real hospitable, and so when you get a Turkish friend, it's for life. Like these dudes, like I could have got into a brawl with anybody, and they've been ready to stump them. And so we went out to a bar, and that's why I said I didn't know she was Turkmen because she looked, I ain't trying to say the whole area, but I saw she had the Asian type eyes, but you know what I mean? Like I got I'm half Asian, so like I get,
Oh,
but
you're half Asian.
yeah, I got it. I got everything in me, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like my bloodline is insane. So if I ever have a kid, it won't be in the States, but it ain't no telling what that kid will come out like. But but well, we was in a club and my friends, we was in some of these clubs in Turkey, like you have to. Anybody's been to Turkey, depending on where you at, you have to be with a woman to get in. It's not because they ain't gonna let you in. It's because it keeps a lot of fights from happening. So when you bring women in, instead of single guys, it's you tend to see to have less fights. So because there's more women than men in there. So anyway, we was hanging out at the bar, so I knew the security and I knew the bartenders in there. So we was at the table just hanging out with his friends or whatever. So some girls were staring over there. So what they mostly do is they'll talk to you. They'll come up to you, or they shy. They'll talk to your friends if you with your friends. And he came over and said, "Hey man, the girls want to talk to you." I said, "Okay, bring them over." So, my Turkish friends like, well, it benefits everyone. They're buying me drinks, so they're gonna get some play too because the girls are obviously interested. I'm the only brother, like really the only brother that goes everywhere. So at first they thought because I had my beard out because I was on vacation. I was stationed there, but I was on vacation. But my beard was out, so they thought I was Arabic at first, or they thought I was like, yeah, for real. They thought I was from Morocco, and I was like, no, I'm American. So we started talking. And some of the girls spoke English out there because they went to the college. So that's when one of the girls revealed she was Persian in Turkmenistan. I was like, oh wow. And she said, yeah, like they speak Turkish there and Arabic, Turkish, and Russian, and then their native Turkmenistan language. So we started talking there, and then a couple of drinks. So I started dancing with her from the table, and then I started dancing with you know uh some other girls at the table. So my friends like, look, man, these chicks about to fight over you. I was like, what? All right, I'm just hanging out. He said, no, man, we need to get their phone numbers and head to another club. We can meet up with later. But these two women are about to fight each other. I was like, they about to brawl like that? He said, yes. We don't gotta hear. He said, I swear to you, my brother, these two girls about to fight each other over you. Because I was dancing with one, and she go back to the table with her friends, and the other girl come with me and dance with me again. So they was actually getting jealous of each other, you know, dancing with me. So I was just like, okay, I see what's happening. But I have like, especially being in Kyrgyzstan, you get a lot of those countries that come there. Like there's Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan is a little bit more wealthier than Turkmenistan, so a lot of them come over there because they can speak Russian and Turkish, so they can, live in those countries too. So she was cool, man. I'm talking about like long jet black hair. She had the dump rider on her. Like I mean, she had like a stupid booty. You know what that is? That's when you look at it and you go dumb.
Yep.
And she was built curvy and everything, man. She went to school there. I think she was doing some type of like something like CDC or something like Department of CDC in that country, whatever, like uh, infectious disease scientist, whatever. So she had money. You could tell which ones have money. Man, that girl was. I dated her for about 3 months before she went back to. I think she went to like Europe to further her career. But man, she was always cooking every weekend because I work usually. I had weekends off being in the military most of the time, so she knew I was working, so I can't be coming back and forth every day. So every weekend, I was literally with her at her house.
So let me ask this, brother. How do you know if they have money?
I usually go by the clothes,
Hmm.
because a lot of girls in certain, I mean, it's not always by the clothes, but a lot of women that have money, especially you being a foreigner, because I already know that even your lowest, even a person out here on welfare in the States is like rich in those countries.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember the U.S. dollar. To like, there's some countries where like it's $400 is the cost of literally $400. A thousand is the cost of living. Like, I hear you pay 1,000. I know in D.C. where I'm currently working at, somebody it's like 2 grand, almost 3 grand for like studios and one bedrooms, depending on where you live in the States. In those places like that, for $1,000, man, you get you a whole gigantic apartment or room or something, kitchen, everything. You might even get security and a maid with that much money and more, and still have money left over.
Let me
So,
ask this, brother. How feminine and submissive are
oh, to the
Turkmenistan women,
top,
brother.
like out of 10, 100.
What?
Unless they're like Americanized, which is rare because they still like because a lot of those girls in those countries, they got Insta. I mean, at the time they didn't have IG and none of that, but they still like to keep their femininity because most of these women in those countries know that like the Western world is screwed up when it comes to feminism, and they know like they pretty much laugh at us Western countries women because they're like, y'all don't know how to keep a man. Are you serious? The stuff we've been saying to women in the Western world, they
Okay.
already do it.
So you tell me she cooks, she cleans, she loves
I,
you.
I
I know.
mean, like,
Hold on, bro. And also my question is also if you tell them, can you bathe and moisturize me after you bathe me, they'll do it too. I want that complete utter submission from a woman. When I tell her, hey baby girl, bathe me and then moisturize me, will she do it?
I mean, I ain't asked her all of that. All I know is that she, like, when I would stay with her, like she have her. I mean, food was like always ready. She always had something. If we wanted to get something, I mean, the man takes the lead. Like, if we go out to a little, because she wasn't in the club, but she just happened to go out once in a while, which is another good thing because then I was in the club. So, I would go out like with her on a to watch a movie or just in the park or whatever. But it was never too late. Like she get back or she'd be cooking or making some food, and in the morning she's making breakfast and eggs. Like I ain't really asked her to moisturize me. I'm sure she would have done it. But I mean, when we were in the shower, she like washed my back and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm. Yeah, I want that as well, bro. You know, bathe me, then moisturize me from head to toe. I want that
You
from a
want some
woman, man. It's
you want some
love.
Julius Caesar stuff going on, huh?
Facts, bro, man. I mean, I think every man who works hard deserves that, and that's not a bad thing. That's love
I
from
mean,
from a woman, man.
I'm sure like I've had some girls that would naturally do it. I mean, that was the fact that she was feminine enough to be a female, like in her own feminine energy. Like you take the lead and be like, hey, I want to eat this today. Like even when I try to go out and eat, because Turkish. If you never had a Turkish Adana kebab, it's off the chain. But I love those kebabs. She'd be like, no, 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 I make for you something better than what they make. They're always competing. So I mean, of course, you take the lead. She had money, but when she's feminine like that, I mean, you really don't want her like spending all her money. Like some things she would pay for herself because she know that I want a free. I mean, you being American or Westerner, they know you got more money than most of the people there in the country. You know what I'm saying? And you're
Mm.
not freeloading, so a lot of them know that. You know what I'm saying? Like that you that they know that most Western world treat them better than most of their own men. You know, so a lot of countries kind of like know that. So even your worst a hole in the Western world would probably be nicer than some of these guys in their own countries.
Beautiful, awesome. Thank you, bro. All right, so brothers, call in if you have anything to chime on in this discussion. If no one calls in the next 5-10 minutes, I'm ending the stream early. If I can carry on, but I need the support, brothers, because time is money, and I have my own personal life too, so I can stay on longer, but the support needs to be there. The cash app, the super chats, everything. If not, I'm gonna end the stream early because I've got things to do in my personal life. So this is a great stream so far. Curtis, welcome back, bro. We need to catch up big time. I know you're a busy man, but you want to add on more to it in terms of the woman, bro?
I will.
Uh
I can
Okay,
oh,
go on, based.
I can say something, but I know it's gonna sound kind of weird, but I'll just say it anyway. Like I like as a man, I kind of look like and this is not to say that I'm gonna like be crazy like these other guys. Like that's not this is not to say it. It's just that it's for me a visual preference. It's kind of like a visual preference for me. But like me, I like a girl who has nice fingers and who has nice feet. Okay.
Mm.
That's something I like, just as a visual thing. Um the thing is that Turkmen woman, the one that I was dealing with, she kind of knew I liked that. I don't know how she knew I liked that, but she would try to put her best foot forward, meaning that she would like kind of like inadvertently like try to put her foot on my lap and stuff like that because she knew I liked that crap. She knew pretty much that I and she would kind of like give me like a wink, You know what I mean? Like, cause she knew I like to look at that. Now you're technically, like, from an Islamic standpoint, you're not supposed to do that, but she knew I liked that. But so she kind of like made an exception to that. You know what I mean? Like, so that's one thing that I can appreciate about them too, is that they kept up with the they like kept up with themselves for their men. That's one thing I can really appreciate about the women too, is that they keep themselves up for their men. There was no bonnet brigade or nothing like that of that sort. No fake eyelashes, no none of that. So there was no bonnet Jemima brigade. They just keep themselves up. And she even even when she knew I was gonna come over, she like, you know what I mean, she kind of got herself ready, knowing that I'm gonna come over and stuff like that. So like I kind of appreciated that, you know. Like she kept her, they keep themselves up, you know. So yeah, that's one thing I want to add to that.
Okay, thank you for that, bro. Awesome. Gavin Exposure, can you turn your camera on in the background so I know you know a choke real quick? Thank you, bro, for confirming. Awesome, bro. Turn your camera off, brother. Awesome. Gavin, give me give me a minute. I'm just making some coffee. All right, so give me a second, brothers. Curtis, you want to say something, bro, quickly and I'll be back in a minute. Just carry on speaking, bro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I totally agree. Um, Especially those some of those countries that are Muslim, like they still know how to be. You know, they keep their ladiness, or they keep like when they're in public, normal every day, but when they're at home alone with you, it's completely different. So that's what I also like about those southeast, southwest Asian countries, because they know how to act like a lady when they're out and about, and then at home, that everything is totally different when they're inside the house, or if they're in another country that's more like Europeanized. Um, like the girl I dated for those couple months, she was, when we're out and about, you could tell we was together, but she kind of kept it traditional. But Turkey's a little bit more free. I mean, you said it's Islam, but it's like half. So there wasn't too much, especially the area I was there. There's a whole lot of tourism and more westernized culture in a good way, Europeanized. So no one really paid attention to it. Um, she had her own little place, and she was. I mean, you didn't have to like when you're tired or something. They check on you when you're upset. They talk to you. She knew like what type of food I like. She knew the type of beer and liquor I like to drink. She didn't eat pork or nothing like that, in which you rarely find some places. But she knew the type of food I like. But she felt good to cook me something. I like the kebabs. Like that was my favorite, the doner kebabs. But I saved a whole lot of money even with this girl, because we go to the market. Markets out there is cheap with the American dollar, and we had like goat. Like I eat goat, and I eat all the hoofed animals, but we had goat and like beef, and she would cook it the way I liked it. And then in the morning, the traditional Mediterranean style breakfast, like eggs, and then like feta cheese and olives and the bread
I'm
that they
back.
make. Yeah, so she was even traditional, like they know what you like. Like after a couple weeks of dating, they're like, okay, this guy likes this. I didn't have to say much. Kind of like my man said over there. You don't have to like like at home, like traditionally at home, like I mean, you didn't have to you know, like you don't have to teach her how to be feminine. Like when we're out and about, and I mean, we had one dude kind of said something crazy, but she checked it. She checked him real quick. I mean, I could take care of myself, but after she said something to him in the language, he just like ran off. So, you know, and
Awesome.
sometimes she'll offer to pay for stuff too. So,
Beautiful. Thank you, Curtis. Let me bring in Mr. Gavin Exposure.
Hey, how's it going this evening, guys?
hey, hey,
Fantastic,
hey.
brother. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. It's a pleasure to be back. I know we spoke before our IP. But I'm happy to be back on the show. I'll go ahead and go straight to my point because I know time is of the essence. If you guys could talk to us a little bit more about how far the American dollar will actually go there. The reason I'm asking this is because I currently work contract, and I'm pretty certain before I pick up another contract, my contractor is getting ready to expire. So I'm thinking about possibly going to one of these Eastern European countries for maybe about a month. Could you guys just elaborate briefly on how far exactly does the American dollar go?
Well, I can, from my end, I could say, in those countries like that, because they don't have much exposure, I know the dollar goes a long way. I mean, I could look up the exchange rate because I got an app for my phone that can look up the exchange rate. Because I was in Turkey, so we had the Turkish lira. I wouldn't know what the currency would be in Turkmenistan, but I know for those Western countries, the U.S. dollar is crushing it because not Western, those Southwest countries, because you don't hear about these countries, so not a lot of people are running to go there. You know, Brazil and DR, they got decent, exchange rate, but everyone's always running there. Not so. I mean, I've other than me and the person that's doing the chat on Turkmenistan. I mean, not many people know about it. So I imagine the dollars would be crushing over there because they don't really use euros. So I mean, they use their own currency. So the U.S. dollar, I would say, goes. I know when I was in Kyrgyzstan and in Turkey, U.S. dollar was crushing it.
Okay.
That's definitely good to know. So say if a brother wanted to go out there for about a month and, just if not for Airbnb, but a hotel, to go out there, meet women, potentially try to find a wife. If I went out there with like maybe a couple grand, like 2,000, would that suffice for about a month, or is that kind of pushing it a little bit?
I mean, I don't know because I've never been in the country Turkmenistan. I just dated a woman from there in Turkey.
Mhm.
I will look up the exchange rate. I have an app that actually tells you what the rate is to the U.S. dollar. I mean, if you want me to kind of check that out real quick for you.
Oh no, you don't have to waste time
Okay.
with that on the show. That's some stuff I can look up myself. I was just kind of curious to know like how much you guys spend on a daily basis. That was all.
I mean, when I was in Turkey and in Kyrgyzstan, like the U.S. dollar was, I mean, it's their money couldn't compare to like $200 can get you dealt with in Bishkek. You give a guy like $10 and it's taxi driver like he'd probably be trying to stay with you the whole freaking day. I mean, when I was in Turkey, I had a cab driver, and I wanted to go to the beach. I was like 4 hours away, so I gave him like $100. That man, he went home, changed his clothes, and was off for the rest of the like 4 days. And he took me 4 hours to the beach, 4 hours to another beach that had a lot of women and everything, where I could something different that they didn't have a lot of Americans at. And I met a lot of women there, got their numbers, and then he literally changed it to like the beach clothes, and he took and drove all the way out there.
That's great insight. Thank you so much for that. That's all the questions I have.
Hey, great questions, bro. Thank you very much, Gavin. All
Thank
right, so brothers, I'm gonna end the stream now. Not enough support and no new callers, so I think it's my cue to lead the stream. So I'm gonna go through to Mr. Curtis. Do you have any closing words, brother?
Yeah. Also be careful. Be careful with them Airbnbs. I know a lot of I've been seeing, especially from the hidden cameras and setups. I mean, if I always say some Airbnb, unless you really know the person, um, very well in certain countries, you gotta be careful. Second thing is if you're gonna get a hotel, I always book it for two, just in case they be tripping. When they see your room is booked for two, you bring girl back. They usually think that's who you booked it for was your girl you're with. So whenever you traveling, whatever, I always book for two or three in hotels because they're more than likely when they know you got a book for two, they'll be like, oh, okay, she's with him, so they won't question it. You know what I mean? And then if you do get Airbnb, make sure you get security and make sure you check for a lot of hidden cameras and stuff in these hotels that be spying on people and whatnot.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I also think brothers, should use hotels more. I feel like Airbnbs and hotels are similar in price. in some countries. So I think you better just go get enough hotel, for that peace of mind, So all
And
the
then you
best to
got
you.
security.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got security there,
They check that girl's ID. I know some countries like they won't even let a girl go back with you unless they look at her ID or they take it. So if something happens to you, they'll call you, and if they won't answer, then they got the girl and the ID there, so she can't get away.
Awesome. Thank you, Curtis. We'll catch up over the weekend. Mr. Base Fuller, do you have any closing statements, brother?
Okay. One thing that you will find out is that your dollars will go a long way. In the case of me, when I was like stupid enough to try to entertain one of these Western Muslim women, their bride price, they were asking for 150,000 US dollars. There, the bride price that they want is like 5,000, equivalent to 5,000 US dollars. So you look at that bride price and you compare it to the bride price that these delusional Western Muslim women are asking, your money is going to stretch way, way long over in these places. And it's going to be even more helpful if you decide you want to invest in these places in one of the sectors. And me, I'm not giving away too much information, but since I have a um since I have an uncle who deals with gold in Africa, I'm working on something where we can work with them to make something happen. So your money, your Western money is going to go a long way there because they don't use euros; they use their own currency.
Beautiful. And hopefully it goes well with the gold stuff there. I want to
Yeah,
see more brothers take back the natural resources in Africa that belongs to brothers. The diamonds, the gold, the silver should not be in anyone's hands other than a black man's hands. Okay. So all the best to Base Fuller and his uncle. You'll be with their gold business success. Fantastic. Mr. Gavin Exposure, do you have any closing statements or any last words?
No, sir. I appreciate you for everything you do, and thank you for allowing me to ask the questions. Thank you all.
Wow. Thank you for the kind words, bro. Welcome back, Gavin. So, brothers, I'm going to end the stream right now. I want to say a huge thank you to all those who cash apped and who. Oh, let me check my cash app real quick. Hold on, brothers. Oh man. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Anything there? Nope, nothing there. All right, so thanks to all those who super chat, who cash apped. Once again, make sure you join that Patreon diamond tier ASAP if you're serious about the IT course that I'm offering in the second week of November. And of course, make sure you cop the merch. Okay, cop the merch. Okay, the International Passport merch. Be a part of the International Passport ecosystem. If you want to get into IT, if you want that IT one-to-one consultation, join that Patreon. I have a lot of people I'm mentoring right now. We're gonna tomorrow or in 2 days' time, I'm gonna interview a passport bro that came through to my channel and is killing it in IT. Okay, so we're in a good space here. If you're serious about IT, traveling, having that flexibility and remote working, reach out to me via the Patreon diamond tier. Okay, and if you're serious about Python IT, I'm teaching a course in the second week of November, so join that quickly. Limited spaces if you're serious about IT. Okay, so once again, thank you to everyone. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment on this video, please, when it drops. Comments are very important, and I will see you brothers on my next video. Take it easy, brothers. Curtis, Base Fuller, Gavin, thank you, brothers and brothers in live chat. Before I go, where are you brothers listening from? What countries are you listening from? What cities and what countries are you listening from? Let's see how international this movement is. Okay, where y'all listening from, man? I want to see how international this is. Arizona, Gavin, appreciate you, bro. Fantastic. I know Curtis is out there in Los Angeles.
DC.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
I was like, LA. I wouldn't. That's home with the superficial Western girls. That's the last place I want to go.
Oh, thanks, bro. So we got Marvin Lloyd in Toronto, Canada. Bro, get out ASAP, Toronto, Canada. Ugh. You should be in Vancouver or Montreal, bro. Shout out to Marvin Lloyd. Shout out to Johnny Walker, Portland, Oregon. Oh no, he's in Portland. That's like a super liberal place. I know you're going through hell there, Johnny Walker, but we're with you, bro, and we will always support you. I gotta get out, LOL. I don't blame you, bro. From what I've seen about Portland, they're doing too much out there, bro. Too much. When you're too liberal, you go crazy. Thank you, Johnny. So where else is brothers listening from? South Carolina. Shout out to my South Carolinas, Ralph Howard Taylor. Donovan Jr. is in Miami, Florida. Oh God, Miami. Oh no.
I miss Miami.
The superficial chicks. Oh God. Shout out to Mr. Myron Bourne. Appreciate you, bro. Tor Bullion is calling in from listening from Jamaica. Shout out to my Jamaicans. Wagwan G. Kingston, Montego Bay. Shout out to brothers out there in Jamaica. Keep it real. Shout out to my Jamaicans. Shout out to Ruffton Woods in Seattle, Washington. You from Seattle, Washington, bro? Awesome. He's in Seattle. Awesome, brother. Awesome. Not too far away from Vancouver, bro. You should be going to Vancouver every week, bro. They're checking for brothers heavy. Intellect from Seattle. You too, bro. Intellect. Get out there to Vancouver, man. It ain't too far away. Well, Ruffton Woods and Intellect, do you brothers have your passports? Do you brothers have your passports, man? You should be traveling to Vancouver frequently. They're checking heavy for brothers, man. Wonderful, man. Wonderful, wonderful. Any more brothers in the house? Anyone from Japan, from South Korea, from Russia, from Ukraine, from Moldova, from Africa, from Ghana, from the whole diaspora. Intellect, yes. Been to 20 countries and counting. Ruffton Woods, yes. Awesome. Intellect and Ruffton Woods. How did the woman treat you there in Vancouver? Camel, yes. Marvin Lloyd. Vancouver is a beautiful place. I've been there. Awesome. Awesome. Yummy. Right, brothers.
That's just drinking on some coffee or something.
That's some good ASS coffee, bro. Love that, man. Love my coffee, man.
I was gonna say one more thing.
Of course, bro.
I gotta get with you because in this building I live at, it's about Venezuelan chicks out here. They are on it.
They're checking, huh?
Yes, even in the States.
Oh Lord, Venezuelan. Ooh, that peanut butter brown skin. God damn.
In fact, I got one earlier. I've been seeing it for like last 2 months. I'll make it quick, and she been giving me the eye, whatever. I finally was walking down the street after I came from the gym, and she's just like, I've been seeing you forever, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you because she always saw me with another girl, and so she didn't want to say nothing. So she was like, well, I got you by yourself, so we'll see how that works.
All right, maybe we need to catch up with that, bro. Awesome. All right, so okay, brothers, have a great day wherever you are. Great evening, great night, and I will see you brothers on my next video. Peace out. Thank you, brothers.
All right, man.
See you, man.